MD Car Doctor here. Today I'm going to show exactly a waterless car wash, how to do that, and then I'm also going to demonstrate what I do for a buffer wax. So what I have here is an eco-friendly waterless car wash and a dusty hood. So what you do with this is you basically just spray it on, you kind of mist it over enough to kind of wetten the dirt so it comes off easily, so it slides off. And basically you take the towel, the microfiber towel, and microfiber just, you know, has a lot of pores, so it holds the dirt without kind of smearing it on there. But what you do is you go in one direction. It's kind of like this, because if you were to rub back and forth, you would kind of release the dirt you just picked up. But basically you go just in one direction like this, and I'm doing this half of the hood, and then you come around with the clean side, and you basically just polish. So you're picking up everything and making sure the surface is perfectly clean. Okay, now that we have a clean surface, I'm going to come over here and demonstrate how I put wax on. Now I have a natural carbonyl wax, which comes from palm leaves, and you know, I've used other waxes, and then right after using those cleaner waxes, I've used this wax, the carbonyl wax, and I could actually tell a huge difference. I don't know how, but I guess it's a better wax. So now I'm gonna show basically what you do with that. So I kind of put this cord over the shoulder because you don't want it to hit the paint or anything like that. Basically you just turn it on. This thing's gonna rotate. I think this one rotates at like 2,500 RPM per minute. Rotations per minute RPM. So, you know, you do have faster ones that are like, you know, 3,500, but honestly, you don't really need that much, and you don't really need to pay an extra $100 for a buffer that's going to rotate 1,000 times, you know, more than a regular one. Because all you want to do is you want to get it on there and let it dry for a little bit and then take it off. Okay, so now we've applied it, and we're gonna let it dry just a tiny bit. Since it's in the sun, it is already pretty much drying. So now I'm gonna grab the cloth. It's really bright out today, so it's gonna dry up, and we're gonna do the test. So if you can see that wax right there, still not dry yet. So I'm gonna wait a little bit and we'll come back. Alright, MD Car Doctor here. We're back and the wax looks pretty dry. We've done the test and it comes off pretty easily. It's dry, especially when it's hot out in the sun. And that's why what I like about this carbonyl wax is, you know, other waxes, if you were to leave them in the sun, they would be a pain in the butt to just, you know, take them off. You'd really have to, you know, put some elbow grease in there to get it off. But with this stuff, it goes on easily, it comes off easily, you know, without sacrificing you know, protection and everything. So now we're just going to buff it off with the same buffer. You're kind of going to see, I'll just do a little section so you can see kind of how that looks. We're just going over everything that we just did. And this was with the waterless car wash and the carbonyl buffer wax. And basically after this, if you don't have any tiny scratches, your paint's not going to look any better than this. The only time you can get better is if you were to actually polish it if it needed it. But most of the time, the tiny scratches are going to be filled in with wax. If they do get, you know, worse over time, as you maintenance your car, you might want to use a very fine polisher, which will basically, it basically sands the clear coat flat again, but this is going to fill in those scratches and it's going to protect it. So now water is going to bead off, dirt's not going to stick, your paint's going to last longer, and it's going to look better. So this is MD Car Doctor. Thanks again for watching. This was the waterless car wash and the buffer wax. Thanks again.